Good morning, fam. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker. I'm coming to you today. I am here in Chicago, up here. Well, not in Chicago, up here off of 55 at the Petro. Getting ready to go pick up my load. Good morning, good morning. I just wanted to come to you this morning and let you know that another trucking company has closed its doors. Thanks to the news, I got it from everybody this morning, or last night I got it. And the story comes from Transportation Nation. The drivers was the first ones to send it to me from Transportation Nation. So we're going to give them credit for the story, breaking the story. But another trucking company has closed, y'all. This time they didn't give nobody no warning. Didn't say nothing to anybody. Just shut off the cards and left drivers on the road stranded. So if you haven't heard about GDS, they're out of Akron, Ohio, and they have about 75 drivers. I want to say that they have a lot of owner operators. They had like a lease purchase kind of deal. My thing with them, good morning, Highway Exec. My thing with them is that um, if these trucks are paid for and you're going out of business or whatever the case may be, find a way that these drivers can keep their trucks so that they don't have to turn them in or whatever the case may be. And also, we're going to have to keep a close relationship with Comdata, okay? Because it seems like Comdata is the one that is shutting these Comdata is the one that's shutting these cars off. So, hold on one second. I'm going to call Comdata. Hello? Hey, Comdata. May I speak to the manager, please? Yes, this is Miss Brock. How are you? Yeah, I was calling because seem to me that the the companies that are going out of business real quick because y'all are shutting their cards out. If you don't mind, could you give us a list of people that's on like a 30-day probation, or you're getting ready to cut their cards off so we can make sure we can fuel up and get these drivers to the house, please? We'll appreciate it because y'all are the first ones that know. Y'all be cutting the fuel cards off and stuff like that. And if you could just give us like a little heads up, maybe put a little top 5 trucking companies that will have their cards turned off this month, we would greatly appreciate that. Okay. Thanks for looking out for us. Talk to you later. Bye. Yeah. They turn them cards off like it ain't nothing. Okay. So in Akron, Ohio, from Transportation Nation, it says Akron, Ohio based company GDS Express Inc. Has abruptly closed its doors and shut off fuel cards, leaving dozens of drivers stranded the week before Christmas. How nice, huh? That's a wonderful present from your family-owned company, is to turn off your fuel cards and leave you out on the road stranded. So people have been trying to make arrangements. I think even the inside people didn't know. They didn't even know what was going on. So they did show up to work the next day and try to get these loads and everything delivered or whatever the case may be. But, if you don't have any fuel, it's kind of hard to get the loads delivered. So one of the things that you can do, if you're under a load or whatever, and you know the customer, or you got the bill of lading and you know where the load came from, one of the things you can do is call the customer and see if they could, advance you some money, give you like a Comdata check or whatever the case may be, so you can get that load delivered. But yeah, GDS Express and Corp has abruptly closed its doors and shut off fuel cards, leaving dozens of drivers stranded the week before Christmas. Now, I think they had about 75 drivers. And also, let's see, Transportation Nation Network has confirmed that multiple sources with direct knowledge that the company notified office personnel, as well as drivers, of the company's demise on Tuesday. Okay. As of Thursday, the company's Google listing has now been changed to reflect the closure. So if you go to GDS, that's what their trucks look like. And it now says that they are permanently closed. Okay. Transportation Nation is in communication with multiple former drivers and reported the fuel cards have been deactivated. A message was sent to the drivers through their Qualcomm from Mike Cady, director of recruiting, which reads, "Child, when the director of recruiting got to give you the bad news, you close for good. It is with heavy heart, fighting anger and tears that I send this message. Unfortunately, through mismanagement from ownership, GDS is closing our doors. I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you who have been a part of our family over the years. We accomplished a lot. Accomplished being closed. Um, Accomplished a lot. We are proud to be GDS. I bled blue and orange. Oh, he is doing too much for somebody that just lost their job. Moving forward, if anyone needs help of a reference, please contact. We do not need they don't need no reference. That's okay. It is unclear at this time how many drivers are stranded away from home and if when these drivers will receive any additional assistance. Okay. Sherry Ward has been a driver for 21 years. It looks like they had a lot of experience, owner operators, lease purchase drivers over there. During her time, the company, she purchased 2 trucks and has spent the last 2 years as a company driver. So they do have company drivers over there as well. I should have known, Sherry said. She told Transportation Nation she should have known. Ward was in Missouri and headed to Michigan to deliver a load, which she received word Monday evening the company was likely closing its doors. So they knew Monday that the company was probably going to shut down. I didn't cry until the middle of the night when it hit me that I had no job, she said. However, after speaking with the company representative Tuesday morning, she chose to fill her truck and drive straight to the Akron terminal. So some of the inside people, I guess, gave the drivers some kind of warning or whatever to get them at least back to the terminal. But other drivers was not as fortunate, she says. I know drivers who had to buy fuel from their own pocket. Ward says that the company owes her approximately $3,000 in wages from the child. How you at a company? Wait a minute. How you at a company that owe you $3,000? Some of us won't even stay at a company if they owed us $10. Okay, we get very upset when we don't get our layover pay, our detention pay. All of our money is very important to us. So $3,000 should been gone. And wages past 2 weeks, but isn't hopeful that she will ever receive it. That's a lot. That's a lot for a driver to have to take on, having a trucking company owe them $3,000 and haven't been paid. You should have been gone. Been gone, been packed up your stuff. The first week that you don't have a check, it's time to be put in some places where you can work. According to its website, GDS operated in 48 states, hauling general freight and garment on hanger service in both U.S. and Mexico. The company was founded in 1990 by Jack Delaney. 2 years later, Jack's son, JP, child, these people that start these companies, when they put them family members and these sons and all these other people in charge of their business, it go downhill ever since. In 2014, he and CEO Greg Stacy formed GDS Express Group. Through its efforts, GDS says it began offering a more diverse range of services, including dry van logistics and bulk services. According to the data from the FMCSA administration, GDS employed 75 drivers and operated 75 power units. The company says it had as many as 75 additional owner operators at one time. Amongst GDS most notable customers were TJ Maxx, Home Depot, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Mattel. Okay. But yeah, there it is, y'all. Another company has closed its doors and left drivers out stranded. So, I want to take this opportunity to say that's not going to be the only one. It's going to be more to come. And also, we just have to be prepared. It's the middle of winter, it's the holiday season, or whatever the case may be. And there may be some more companies going out of business as well. Okay. The best thing that you could do, we preach this all the time to everyone, is to make sure that, some of y'all don't even have Cash App. It was a hard time for me to sometimes send money to people because they didn't even have a way to even receive the money. The Cash App, you need a prepaid debit card, you need PayPal, you need some kind of way that you can even receive funds from your family or someone if they're trying to send you money. Okay, don't be out here on the road, especially far away from home, and don't have money to get home. Even if you have to put $10, $20 away a week so that you don't see it, take it and put it in your cash app, take it and put it wherever you have to do to make sure you at bare minimum have enough money to make it home, because it's going to be virtually impossible to try to help everybody to make it home. You know, diesel fuel is a lot. So it's very important to make sure that you have a backup plan. Okay, you see these companies that are going out of business left and right. They're not giving anybody notices. And we're saying it's the mega carrier. It's also the small carriers as well. Okay, small family owned companies are struggling just as well as the mega carriers are. And it's not going to get any better. We are in the middle of December. You got winter. They just had this big I-80 up in like towards Pennsylvania, a big pileup. So it's not going to get any better for a while, okay, until it kind of turns around. So be prepared. If you are working somewhere right now, you all make sure, I know it's hard, especially, you know, during this time, but please try to put a little bit of money, just enough to either get you a rental car home or something, so you're not left out here without anything. Okay. Let me see. Jack Delaney used to be a boxer. Maybe he should have stuck with boxing, huh? He shouldn't have gotten the trucking business. Check the history up and let's see. Good, giving my trucks back to tail. Yeah, Helen, you were I'm close to giving my truck tail. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do some research on tail leasing company, because it seems like there were some drivers that leased their trucks on through tail, and it was on Celadon, and they gave them like 10 days to move their trucks to a new company. People are having problems doing that. The biggest thing with replacing Celadon drivers right now is a lot of companies that was offering these people help and these people jobs to come to their location and things like that. Some of them got to the location and couldn't actually go work for the company because they wasn't qualified to work for the company. Okay, so now that you have drivers with kind of like issues such as felonies, such they may have a ticket or whatever the case may be, when they was fined over there at Celadon, they are struggling a little bit more trying to find placement elsewhere. So some of the companies was just accepting everybody, telling everybody to come on to their company or whatever the case may be. Then they get over there to the company and find out that they can't even get hired because of something may have been on their record. They may have been a felon. They don't hire felons, whatever the case may be. So keep in mind, y'all, when you are getting rides or being accepted, or a company is telling you, I could bring you over to my company or whatever the case may be, you need to make sure that you are already approved at that company before you get on the bus or accept any kind of ride to that company. Okay. I would hate for you to go to another company and you're sitting there waiting on your background check. So they still got to do their MVR reports. They just not going to let you show up to their company and you just start working. Okay. They all got to do their background checks, their MVR, all that kind of stuff. And it may come back that you're not even eligible to work. Careful about that. I ran into some drivers that was offered these jobs at these particular locations or these companies, and they got over there to the company thinking that they're getting themselves in a better situation, and they're actually not, because they're having to sit there with waiting to get approved, and then to come to find out they're not even approved. Okay, so I think the best thing that you could do is go home, make sure when you're putting in applications that you are approved, okay? That you are approved. Everything is good to go before you hop on a bus or get a rental car or whatever the case may be out to these companies that are still doing your checks and really haven't told you not, okay? Let me see. Also, Tel is under covenant. Tel has a lot, quite a few contracts. And I haven't really looked into their lease. I really need to look at it because it looks like a lot of y'all, quite a few of y'all, are going to either have to start giving your trucks back because you're having problems with the payments wasn't being made. Celadon wasn't making the payments to Tel, and now you owe all this money because the payments wasn't made and all this kind of stuff. So there may be a lot of people turning their trucks in, okay? But there should be some kind of exception if the driver was paying all this money and it just did not go to the company, you know. Those are these situations that you get in, and then with them, you may not even want to go to one of the other companies that they have, okay? So also, from an outside company, make sure you have the freedom to go to whatever company that you choose to go to if you're going to get into a lease like that. Don't get into a lease where you can only go to company A, B, or C, and then something happens to company A that you're at and you can't even get qualified for company B or C, okay? What else I wanted to tell you all? But yeah, brace yourself. I know it's getting closer. We like a week out from Christmas, and you know, glad that it wasn't like over thousands and thousands of drivers. It seemed like a lot of these drivers was either owner operators. They had some kind of clue, some kind of idea that this was happening. You know, anytime that you're not getting paid or whatever the case may be, y'all. My 2020 motto. I am going to be preaching this all year 2020. If you do not have a company that you are at and you've been out here working for a year and you have a clean record, there's no reason why you should be making less than $1,000 a week. Okay. There are plenty of companies where you, after your first year, you should be up to about 47, 48 cents a mile. Okay. I feel like every OTR driver that's out here on this road that is staying away from their home and their family and sacrificing to deliver these loads should at least bring home $1,000. And if you're not doing that in 2020, we're not going to be at these jobs 5, 10, 15 years, and you're not even bringing home $1,000 a week. It's time out for that foolishness. It's time to get you to a place that you bring home a decent pay for the work that you do. Okay. So if you're at that company and you needing a place to go, a place to change, I'm always here. You could always, I'm going to put my link in the description box, okay? Because I'm moving people all day, every day. All right. Other than that, peace, love, joy, happiness. And I will be back with you all later on tonight. Y'all, I'm headed to the yard. But tonight, we're going to do our first collaboration with, if you not have heard of her, check out her YouTube channel, Keeping It 100. The ladies will be back tonight, and we will come back and we will do a special Christmas video interview with the lovely Pinky. Okay, so stay tuned for that later on this afternoon. Once I get to the yard and get settled in, we will be coming back with you to do a collaboration with the beautiful Miss Pinky from Keeping It 100. All right, peace, love, joy, and happiness. Let me see. Y'all know I got to put on my glasses. But yeah, it's time out, y'all. It's time out for working more and less pay. Okay, it's time out for that. If you are an OTR driver and you have a clean record, you done paid your debt, you done paid did your time for your tuition reimbursement, that you don't owe anybody any money right now, and you have kept your record clean, you should be making at least $1,000 bring home. Okay. If you're not doing that, you need to be calling me so I can put you at a company where you're at least making that a week. All right. I'm talking about OTR. You should not be doing 48 states and can't bring home $1,000. No, we're not doing that in 2020. All right. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.